Black flag. Oh, wow. What is up, everybody? This is Brews and Ball. I'm Matt.
And I'm Dave.
Sorry, it's been a while. There's been a lot of hectic stuff going on, especially with the end of the summer. A lot of career changes, different stuff for family. But now that football is really getting back into the full run of things, we're almost done preseason, getting ready to start actual official season. We're going to really be more active again on the weekends.
Yeah, it's going to be a great season. I have a lot of hope for this NFL season. There's a lot of good rookies to watch. I think the NFL is probably more watchable now than it's been in the last 5 years.
Yeah. So before we even get started, let's do our first thing. You know, we like doing beers on this pod, so let's crack them. Ooh. Oh, yeah, what are you drinking today, Dave?
I got a Dewey beer. It is called Strawberry Pretzel Salad. It's sweet with salt. It's not bad at all. It's brewed in Delaware, so pretty much like a half hour away from here.
Yeah.
Pretty local.
So I got my good old trusty from Black Flag Brewing. It's a new beer I saw at the store down the street. It's called Hell Dorado. It's a triple hazy IPA. I actually tried this for the first time last night when it was like ice cold. Has a nasty bite to it.
Let me try that.
It's 10%. So
I do like Black Flag.
Black Flag.
That's probably one of my favorite companies.
Yeah, Black Flag's a really good company. Has a little sweetness to it too for a triple. That has a bite, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you swallowed a marker.
Yeah, I got a little used to it because I've been drinking them. But
all right, so as people on X and Facebook know, we had our annual fantasy draft, the second one, and
give me the chip already.
Yeah,
give me the chip already.
From what people understand of last year, the draft and the season was very competitive with everybody.
Yeah,
I think we went halfway through the season and over half the league was like under 500.
Yeah,
that's how competitive it was. You only had like 2 or 3 good players on each team, and then people who had I'll say their initials. Timmy Nato had JJ, Justin Jefferson, and Jamar Chase, and still got first round boot in the playoffs.
No, he made it. No, he made it through the first round.
He did.
He got knocked out in the second round.
Still no ring.
Yeah, he got knocked out the same round as me.
Yeah, still no ring.
I know. Imagine having Justin. I'm gonna take a shot at Timmy because Timmy talks so much shit half the time. Imagine having Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase and not getting to the championship.
Yeah, dude,
and he had Baker Mayfield quarterback. Baker was cooking.
Yeah,
like even with the injury for Mike Evans, when Mike Evans was back and towards the end of the year and beginning of the year of fantasy, Baker was a top 5 fantasy quarterback last year. I think
he was number 2.
Yeah, he was like
Baker Mayfield was the number 2 quarterback in fantasy last year for PPR and standard.
Yeah. He only has Baker because of me too, because I dropped him. I had so many quarterbacks.
Yeah, and I made the trade with Jamar Chase because in the beginning of the year, everyone knows Jamar Chase wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm barely at 500. I need something. So I traded Jamar Chase for T. Higgins, who was getting more volume than Chase when he was healthy.
Yep.
And then he got hurt.
But also, you also had David Montgomery in that deal.
And I got David Montgomery in that deal, who also got hurt. So
it was a good deal in theory. At the like you remember,
I feel like if they would have stayed healthy,
I thought it would have
been a fighting chance. Mm-hmm. But once they both got hurt, the season was over.
Yeah.
But all right, we have our 10 guys. Let's go over the first round.
Okay. So obviously with ours we do an in-person draft, so we do the combine and everything like that for the fantasy. So obviously the first, second, third, fourth place, they all pick in order which pick they want. So I came in third in the combine. So I was lucky enough to get the first overall pick. Everybody was afraid of it. Um, Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase it was a tough option. It was really tough. I really wanted to go Bijan. I really wanted to go Bijan, but it's hard to pass up Jamar.
I don't hate it. I mean, I think Bijan's going to put up similar numbers, and he's a running back.
Bijan might put up better numbers,
which they're like running backs are very hard to come by in fantasy. But yeah, so you got Jamar Chase. So to be clear, we're going to go over each round.
Yep.
We're going to name the best pick and the worst pick.
Yeah.
It's going to be completely unbiased. If we do think we have the best pick or the worst pick, we're going to say it.
Mm-hmm.
If we think our competitors have the best pick or worst pick, we're going to say it.
Yeah.
So round one, you had Jamar Chase. Evan, who is new to the league, this is his first year playing. He picked up Bijan Robinson, which I thought was a great pick.
Yeah, great pick. I mean, there's really not a. It's going to be hard to really say a bad pick in the first round because there's really
the first round's pretty set up.
Yeah, you really can't pick bad in the first round.
Yeah. So me, I had the third pick. I picked up Jahmyr Gibbs. I think he's going to be a great PPR monster. Like he's just a receiving back. David Montgomery's going to get hurt again. I just think Jahmyr Gibbs is a good pick, especially late in the season when playoff time comes.
Yeah, I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be great. Fredo picked Saquon Barkley at the fourth pick. Again, that's where you kind of I felt like you kind of had to pick Saquon there. I don't think there's anyone else you would have.
I don't know. So I left Saquon off my radar for a lot of the leagues I'm in, only because Madden curse, and he's never going to have the season he had last year.
No, but again,
it's not happening. He already hit his peak.
But we talked about it though. If you can't get, in my mind, Jamar Chase, I feel just personally in the first round, if you have an option to get a premium running back, you got to go premium, and he's still going to be a premium running back. He might not be the same caliber of a player as he was last year, this year. Yeah. But Saquon Barkley at the fourth pick, I'm not mad at it.
I just think so. We saw the same thing with CMC. He had too many touches, and then the year after, he had an injury.
Yeah, but
Saquon had the same amount of touches as CMC. Yeah. The year that he got the number one rank in running back for fantasy, and apparently he's supposed to get less touches.
Yeah. Which is a good thing. I think they're conserving him a little bit. And I think the difference in the situation is that Saquon's in a dual threat quarterback system.
Which is good.
Where it's going to help him. Where he doesn't have to take as many touches as like a CMC would. So, his touches are going to be more, what's the word I want to look for? Conservative, but also they're still going to be impactful. Because they're going to be higher quality at lower volume. That's how I look at it. So I'm not mad. If I was at the fourth pick, I probably would have picked Saquon Barkley. I don't think it's that terrible of a pick.
So, X, pick 5. We had an error. There's Van Jefferson up there. It's supposed to be Justin Jefferson. Some of us can't read.
I don't know. Me? Was it me?
I'm pretty sure
it might have been me.
Justin Jefferson was a pick for X.
So a little disclaimer, guys, because I probably screwed that up. Dude, it was hot as shit. I was the only one wearing the jersey like a dumbass. It felt like besides Timmy. And I was sweating, boy. I tell you what, even by the first round of making the picks, I was drenched. So I didn't want to be up there anymore.
I don't hate the Justin Jefferson pick. It's just we've seen Justin Jefferson play with 2 different quarterbacks already. Maybe more than that. I just said he's injured right now. I don't know how he's going to perform. In my opinion, I think he's a better wide receiver than Jamar Chase all around. Yeah. Jamar Chase is good for fantasy, fantasy-wise. But I'm not sold on Justin Jefferson at pick 5.
Yeah, I thought personally, CeeDee Lamb was a better pick at pick 5.
I like CeeDee. I like Amon-Ra. I like Neighbors over that.
I'm going to be honest. Does not jump all around. But yeah, again, the first round you really can't screw up. Justin Jefferson wasn't a terrible pick. But Justin Jefferson, like you said, it was kind of shaky when it comes to fantasy football sometimes.
Yeah, and he's injured.
And he's injured. He's not always been a big dominant fantasy football wide receiver. So.
And then we got Joe with the Amon-Ra St. Brown pick. I don't hate it. I actually love it. It's a safe pick. is probably one of the safest picks in the first round. And that was a good pick by Joe at pick 6. Now we got Timmy.
Oh, hold on.
What? You don't like it?
If you guys know and you guys followed and David knows this, a lot of people know this. Amara is my favorite wide receiver in football. I love Amara. I drafted him in some leagues too. I don't think he's a first round pick this year.
No.
I'm gonna tell you my logic why. Right. With the new offensive coordinator with Detroit, again, Amara is still going to get targets. They're still going to draw plays from, right? But if things start looking shaky, what is a traditional thing for new offensive coordinators do when you have a good run game? You lean more plays to the run game. And then when it starts getting shaky, when do you start drawing? What do you draw plays up more for? A tight end or a wide receiver? Usually a tight end when it's a new offensive coordinator. So I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying I would not be entirely surprised if you see a reduction in volume for Amara this year. Just because, one, the OC is kind of getting his feet wet. And two, it's a lot safer just to get the ball off and use like your flats with your tight ends. So again, I love Amara. He is my favorite wide receiver in the league. He could still be a really good pick. I am still picking him. I just don't know if I want to pick him in the first round. I would prefer him at the beginning of the second. And I know that's like kind of like
I just don't.
I know that's not that big of a deal, but yeah, I get it. That's just me personally. I'm not like again. I don't hate it. I think part of it too is because I got Amara in my one league in the second. I had to move up in the second round, obviously, and it was a dynasty. That's why I got him too because he's young. Yeah. Again, he's going to be another 5 to 6 more years of dominance. Yep. But I don't hate it. I just don't love it as much as anybody does. I love it for Joe because I think Joe, as we go through the draft, I'm going to say had a decent draft this year. I think he did better than Timmy. I know Timmy's in the chat. That's why I'm saying that. But yeah, I don't love it. I don't hate it. I'll put it that way. So real quick, we do have one comment.
I have one draft.
Oh shit! What happened here? Almost end stream. That was. We got one comment by NATO. That's Tim right there. I won the draft. Well, Tim, let's talk about your pick, okay?
We're actually
on Tim pick now.
CeeDee
Lamb. I loved your first round pick. Your first round pick is great. Solid. I hope you stay on the stream for once we get to the second round because that's when it's gonna go bad. But
all right, so Tim had a good pick.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with it. It's nice and safe. Dak Prescott being back. CeeDee Lamb did have a hiccup last year. He was still sufficient.
Yeah,
as a wide receiver for fantasy football. I like the pick.
Yeah,
it's a safe pick.
So listen, he's asking Rochelle. Tim asked, "Where did I go wrong?" Please. We'll get there, Tim. Don't worry, Tim. We'll get there, bud. Don't worry.
We got Sean.
Who's
the next pick? Puka Nacua.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think Puka. Again, I look at Puka this year the same way I look at AJ Brown, where you have another wide receiver you can get later.
Yeah,
that's going to give you not the same, but close to the same,
better value
at a better value. Yeah. So like Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams would be a better, like, obviously not getting Devontae in the first round, but getting him later. Yeah. Puka Nacua, I feel like the wheels are falling off. Matthew Stafford kind of like ran him into the dirt his rookie year. I just don't think Puka is going to have the same. I think that was peak.
Yeah, but mind you, remember, let's give a little context. Sean wasn't able to make the draft. He had a family emergency, so he auto-drafted that league. So he didn't pick that one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Sean's is kind of a wash one.
It is what it is.
All right, let's go to Matt with Derrick Henry.
Number 9.
Another
safe pick, but
safe. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think you can get better value later.
Hey, Derrick Henry is the second-round pick. I am a diehard Ravens fan, but I just don't think Derrick Henry's going to have the same season he had last year. But he's going to have close to it, and he's one of the safest running backs in the league right now.
And also, too, you got to remember, too, Derrick Henry did start off slow last year because it was his first year with Todd Monken.
Yeah.
They were trying to figure out how to use him, and I think they realized how to. I think you're going to see different volume and different packages. I'm on the opposite side. I don't like the pick, but I think Derrick Henry has a better season this year from a football standpoint. I think Derrick Henry has a Saquon Barkley type year where it's like
Okay.
he's going to beat the rushing record.
Okay. So you think he's going to be the running back one this year?
I think maybe
That's essentially what you just said.
I could see it. I could see it. I could see it. It probably won't happen, but I could see it just because I think Todd Monken's really going to figure out how to use him.
So that's
at
a
that
pick.
one year.
That Derrick Henry was a pick from the champion of last year.
Yeah.
Matt Wright.
Yeah, I mean that's a reach for me saying that he might have a Saquon Barkley. I'm high on Derrick Henry this year as a player. Making
I love Derrick
fantasy.
Henry.
I think as a player, I think he's gonna have a phenomenal year. So let's go to Ken's pick in the first round, Malik Neighbors.
I love it.
That was a great pick. That was the
love it.
only option in my mind at that pick. I don't think you had a better option there. So we don't have to spend too much time on that. Let's go down to the second round. Because Ken wrapped around. He got CMC. Real quick, I know everybody saw the news. B-Rob from Washington got traded to the 49ers.
Yep.
So they are not confirmed that CMC's hurt. I'm not saying CMC is hurt. There's a possibility is they could be saying, you know what? We don't have a lot of offensive young tools right now. They might be trying to build for the future, kind of.
Yeah.
Where B-Rob's young. He fits. I think B-Rob fits Kyle Shanahan's offense really well.
Yeah. No,
I think he's a better running back than Jordan Mason.
I think Kyle Shanahan's offense can fit like any running back, in my opinion.
Yeah, but again, I think B-Rob has the talent.
Yeah,
I just think the offense in Washington did not fit him.
No, the rushing attack in Washington was terrible.
Yeah,
it was like I don't think.
But it's not
unless you have a star running back like Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley in Washington.
I don't think Derrick Henry fits it either. I'll be honest. I think the style is because of the OC. I think they want like more of a pass catcher, and B-Rob's really not a pass catcher.
And they got Austin Eckler, and then they got the dude Bill.
Yeah, the young kid.
Yeah, Jacory.
Did you see? I picked him up on.
Did you?
Week. Yeah, I dropped Josh Downs for him.
It's a good pickup.
I'm just adding more depth.
I did a fantasy draft last night with the family, and Jacqueline's pick came up, and I made her pick Jacory.
Nice.
Because I was like, is late. It was like round like 12 or 13. I was like, just grab him. He's there. Snag him.
I'll be honest. I keep talking about myself for fantasy. Dude, I'm in it this year. I feel like I'm in it for the win this year. If my team doesn't win,
week 3 comes around and you're 0-3 in almost every league.
Dude,
right?
if I'm 0-3 in this league somehow, there's something fucking wrong because my team's loaded. So let's go to Matt Wright's second pick in the second round. Nico Collins. I absolutely hate it. I hate it.
Is he even healthy?
Yes, he is. And a lot of people are high on Nico from a lot of the group chats I'm in. I don't
hate Nico because of the volume he brought last year before injury, but he was injured.
Yeah, I don't hate Nico again just because. I do hate Nico. I don't hate Nico as a player. I do not like Nico as fantasy football. I think because I think there's so much better value than Nico.
Yeah, but Nico Collins was a top 5 fantasy wide receiver before he got hurt last year.
Yeah, for the first 3 weeks?
Yeah, same with him and Rashee Rice.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, you even get rid of the hurt aspect. You guys are still saying in a 3-week span, though. 3 week as being like a top 5.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
but there's
when
no game.
He was in the game. He was a top 5 fantasy wide receiver. He was damn near number 1.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is only a 3-week sample, though.
Yeah, I know, but you know me. I don't like injured players. I don't draft injured players.
Yeah, but even disregard the injury. Say if like there's no guaranteed after week 4 that he was going to fall down, maybe. I can't remember exactly. They could have played weak teams in the first 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember exactly.
And there's a reason Houston went crazy on drafting wide receivers this year.
Yeah.
And picking up free agent wide receivers.
And then also, you got to remember, at the beginning of year 2, you had all 3 healthy. So when you're the number 1 and you're going to be targeted, and you have 2 other players that are arguably one step
all
on
3 of them, guys.
All 3, but I'm just saying, like when they're all healthy, the first 3 weeks are all healthy.
Yeah.
So when you're the number 1 out of the 3, and the other 2 are a upper 2 in Tank Dell.
Yeah.
And Stephon Diggs could be a 1 on other rosters.
Stephon Diggs was he had a pretty decent year.
Yeah.
For being like how late he was drafted.
Yeah. But this is the point I'm making that though. It's easy to be a top 5 fantasy wide receiver.
Yeah.
When you're playing defenses where you have 2 other players that are either upper number 2 or arguably another number 1. So you're not getting doubled. You're not getting You're going to have one-on-ones all the time. And there might be game times where the the coach might come in and say, you know what, we want to plan for Stephon, not Nico.
Yeah.
And he might be facing number 2 corner. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to say Nico Collins is this big guy, but he's not going to have that supporting cast. They even traded away Michi.
Yeah.
So you don't have Tank Dell. You don't have Stephon Diggs. You don't got Michi. Like, I know they have that young rookie that they like a lot, but still,
Higgins.
he's not going to have. So now what's going to happen to Nico this year?
They're
going to game plan for Nico.
They're going to game plan for Nico. And I think Higgins is a good, like, nobody drafted him. Oh, yeah, they did. He's right there.
So I don't like that pick. Let's go to these comments real quick because we're getting ready. Nato said, don't start with Bowers because Myers is out for a while.
Well, let's hit the Sean pick real quick. We already went over Nico.
Oh, yeah.
Sean picked Ashton Genty. It was
It
was an auto pick, but it's still a good pick. I think he's a good value in the second round, especially if you need a running back one. He's a rookie. He's going to get fed. There's no wide receivers in Las Vegas, even with Brock Bowers there. Ashton Genty should still see the ball at least 20 times a game.
He should see it, but is he going to get anywhere with that O-line? That's the question.
I think he will.
I'm not as high. I'm going to be honest. I don't like the pick that much. I'm not as high on Ashton Genty as everyone else is this year. From a fantasy standpoint, I think he would be a good rookie running back. I'm going to be honest. I don't even think he's going to be the second best fantasy rookie running back this year.
Probably not.
Yeah, I think he's going to be closer to third or fourth. So that's how I feel. Real quick, let's go over Timmy's right here. Matt reached for Zay Flowers in the fourth. We'll cover that in a little bit. I don't disagree. Let's go over the Hate First Sports real quick.
I think Nico is the real deal. Even with people game planning for him, I think he's a solid fantasy wide receiver one.
Yeah. I think he's a good fantasy wide. Again, I think he could be a good fantasy wide receiver one. I just think there's better value at that pick. I would have, again, I don't know. And we talked about it, right? If I'm on the back end of fantasy, right? Mm-hmm. We already talked how I wanted to draft. Is running back anyway. Yeah. And I guess that's maybe why I'm kind of.
This year you have to go running back heavy.
That's why I'm kind of treating Nico Collins as a bad pick there, just because I could have gone 20/20 hindsight there before Devon A-Chain got hurt. I would have gone probably A-Chain or Jacobs. I probably would have gone, or even Bucky. I know that's high reach, but I'm big on Bucky.
Yeah.
But I would have.
I like Bucky.
I would have gone running back in that situation.
So we got Tim's pick up now.
Tim, that was a trash of a pick.
Brock Bowers.
Timmy, when you said Brock Bowers in the second round, don't get me wrong. He probably wouldn't have been there in the third when he came back to you, maybe. But, Tim, you don't got a damn running back, Timmy. Like, I'm not trying to jump the gun too far in the draft. Your running backs are Chuba Hubbard, DeAndre Swift, which I think DeAndre Swift will be good this year, though. And Aaron Jones and Travis Etienne. You look like my team from last year. And you said my team last year sucked. So your team sucks this year.
I don't like the Brock Bowers pick, and I'm going to tell you why. There's not a single tight end that has surpassed their rookie season in their sophomore year and has been a top 5 tight end for fantasy. It hasn't happened. No. It's not going to happen. Brock Bowers is going to hit a slump, and it's going to happen this year.
And they're going.
I think that's a terrible pick.
I think Pete Carroll also too. Just go to football.
He doesn't like tight ends.
It's not even that. It's just I think he's trying to figure out how to build this offense. So while trying to figure out how to build this offense, he's not gonna get a lot of touches. I mean, he's not gonna get a lot of targets. I mean, Brock Bowers. I think he's gonna do a lot of different stuff with the rookie wide receivers to try to figure out who's who. Maybe we can build something here. He's gonna try to figure out different looks for Ashton Genty because Ashton Genty, no matter, even though I don't like him at that fantasy pick, he is going to be a really good running back if you get a good O-line for him, I think. So he's going to figure out how to use Ashton Genty. And also, too, he might low-key tank a little bit to try to get a good quarterback because, let's be real, Geno Smith is not long-term. He's a temporary guy. He's not staying past his contract.
Yeah, no,
he's not, and it's only a 2-year contract, so you got to get a quarterback next year.
Yeah, well, you got Arch Manning going into the draft, so they could get a quarterback.
So let's go. True, let's not downplay Nico as a great wide receiver. Timmy, let's go. Timmy spam in the chat, guys. Average 22 points a game, and that's not good value at second. We just explained it. We're not going to go over it again. We think he's going to see a drop, and also you don't have a running back, Timmy. That's what you don't understand.
I don't go based on last year's stats on any player specifically. Just because they're not going to perform as well.
Bowers is generational. Yes, that is true. But we're talking fantasy football. Bowers is a generational tight end. I think
He
could
had
be
the best rookie tight end season for a tight end.
And I think I'm going to be all said and done. Maybe not from a championship standpoint, but just from a single individual play and accolades. You might be talking about him like people talk about Kelsey.
Yeah.
At the end of his career, he might not have as many championships and might not even have a championship. But again, that's how I feel.
Let's go back on 2 years ago. Sam Laporta,
generational talent, and
he had a sophomore slump. He was averaging like 8 to 9 points a game. He's not. I don't think Brock Bowers. I think Brock Bowers is going to see the same volume as Sam Laporta saw last year.
So, Hate First Sports said, "Yeah, sadly, I think Bowers is going to have a bad regression."
I don't think it's going to be bad. Yeah. I think it's going to be okay for a tight end, but it's going to be more of a mid-tier tight end deal. I just don't think I can name 5 tight ends that are going to have a better season than Brock Bowers.
Yes, I'm gonna be honest. I can maybe name more. I'm gonna be honest. I think there could be more, but again, that's just me. Just because I think they're going to be more winning offenses. All right, Timmy, let's go. Oh, Timmy, you're exhausting so many comments. Just mess with you, buddy. I mean, of course, he's probably not doing as good as last season, but he's still going to be a huge role. Yeah, I mean, again, maybe a decent role. Again, I don't want to go backwards because I gave my opinion, but I think with Pete Carroll being there, there's going to be a lot of different looks this year. I think he already knows how good Brock Bowers is. Yeah, so I think he looks
a good tight end.
I'm not saying that Pete Carroll's looking at this season as like a losing season, like, hey, I don't care, I'm just going to trial things. But I do think there's a small percentage where he's like, yeah, we're not winning the Super Bowl. Yeah. So you know what? I want to try a couple of things to get us this team to a Super Bowl roster one day.
Yeah.
So I think Brock Bowers won't get as many looks because of the simple fact is he wants to see what he has his first year there and what he needs for next year draft or free agency. You know what I'm saying? All right, one last thing, and then we're gonna go back to the picks. I got good running backs for good value. You just see you got thrift store running back, Timmy.
Yeah, they're
all right. Let's go to Joe's pick in a second. Devon A-Chain injured. Sadly, though, before that though, I thought it was a great pick. I thought it was a great pick.
The value A-Chain went because in a lot of mock drafts and drafts I've been in general so far this summer, A-Chain has gone in the first. He fell to the second, midway in the second. I don't hate it. He's the running back 1 for Joe's team, and he's hurt right now.
Yeah.
And by the looks of it, he doesn't have a handcuff. So I think it's a bad pick.
Yeah. Well, right now, though, but again, we're going on the mindset of prior injury, though. You agree that was a good pick prior injury.
There are 5 running backs that are probably going to have a better season than A-Chain.
So you tell me right now, you think A-Chain at that pick before the injury was a bad pick?
No, if he wasn't injured.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. Yeah, we're talking. So let's do 2. So your opinion before was a good pick before the injury. Mm-hmm. And now because of the injury, obviously, anyone that gets injured is going to be considered a bad pick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can go, hypothetically, say Lamar gets hurt. Hypothetically, you're going to say, not say, but a lot of people say that's a bad pick. Yeah. Well, of course, anyone that's hurt is going to be a bad pick.
Yeah. So, whenever Joe's now got X with Josh Jacobs, a safe pick.
A safe pick, and
Josh Jacobs.
He pissed me off so bad because I thought Josh was going to fall down to me. Here, you want to go with the comments real quick?
A-Chain is the literal definition of a glass cannon, unfortunately. I don't disagree because he has been injured.
Yeah, he stayed healthy majority of life.
That show, we all know Tua's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Tim's for Tua. He loves Tua Tagovailoa for some reason. I don't know how you can like a player that doesn't finish a season ever. But when Tua's not in the game, A-Chain sees a major decline.
I don't know. I agree with that because I'm pulling up the stats right now. So again, last year, yes, he fell off the first couple weeks that Tua got hurt. But after that bye, he got back to 10 points, which isn't crazy. But after that, 26, 32, 10, 20, 20, 21, 18, 14, 31. A-Chain didn't get hurt last year. He wasn't injured last year. So, again, we can't say A-Chain's injury prone when he didn't
got hurt the year before.
He got hurt 1 year. You can't say 1 year. No, look, he played a majority.
No, he didn't.
Oh, yeah, he missed. Well, no, he missed 5 games. Okay.
Yeah, missed 5 games, but had shit games after that, too.
That's like when people said Lamar was injury prone for being hurt 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
That's idiotic.
Yeah.
So that's the same concept.
We know he wasn't hurt.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying,
He
though?
sat out.
No, the 2 years.
Yeah, he sat out.
He didn't sit out both of them years. He
No,
was
the
hurt.
first year he was hurt. The second year he sat out.
Yeah, but like I said, the 1 year being hurt doesn't mean you're injury free.
Yeah.
So I think A-Chain was a great pick before the injury. We're going based off of injuries.
And Timmy did pick up the Ollie Gordon. He
Yeah.
is the next running back up because I'm pretty sure Wright is hurt too.
Yep.
So Ollie Gordon, he picked up Ollie Gordon. That's a good move, especially when you don't have running backs on your team.
Yeah, I know. We got you, Timmy.
So we went over where were we at? A-Chain.
No, we were at Josh Jacobs.
That was a safe pick. Fredo,
Jonathan Taylor.
I don't know. I think Jonathan Taylor's going to have a great year.
I think him over Kyron.
No,
Okay.
Kyron's a safe pick.
And Bucky.
Jonathan Taylor is great.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be great this year.
I think he could be.
They don't have a quarterback again, and look what he did at the back end of last year.
Yeah.
Once he was fully healthy,
You got to stay
and
healthy.
going,
But again, you just talked down about
I know,
A-Chain.
I know.
And who's been more injury prone, Jonathan Taylor or
Jonathan
A-Chain?
Taylor.
So it's like A-Chain's a bad pick because he's hurt for 5 games 1 year. Jonathan Taylor's a great pick.
Right now.
Jonathan Taylor's a great pick, though, who's been historically as injured as Christian McCaffrey.
Fredo has Saquon Barkley, who's also injury prone.
Yeah.
Historically. Jonathan Taylor, who's also injury prone historically. But I really don't hate the picks.
Yeah.
So running back, my running back heavy, that's good on Fredo.
Yeah.
Let's go back. Let's go to my pick. I picked Kyron Williams. Safe pick.
I was so pissed.
A lot of people were saying I reached, but I
No.
think they were just jealous.
Yeah.
Kyron Williams, one of the safest picks in the draft, just like a Josh Jacobs pick.
Dude, I'm going to be honest, guys. Chat. The way the draft was going, I was getting so excited. I was like, man, I'm going to get Jamar Chase, Bucky, and I'm either getting Kyron or Josh Jacobs. And once Josh Jacobs and Kyron went, I was like, oh, shit, I might not even get Bucky. I was freaking out a little bit because I was like, man, I'm not going to even get running back 1. Let's go to these comments real quick. Oh, no, let's finish this round and we'll go to comments.
Evan, Brian Thomas Jr.
Great pick.
I don't know.
I like it,
I
dude.
don't like it.
You had to. You had to pick him there, though. What else were you picking? Another running back, maybe?
Look at the wide receiver in round 3. First wide receiver taken off the board.
You talking about Drake London?
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, Brian Thomas, though. Brian Thomas is still wide receiver 1.
Yeah, I just don't like last year.
He looked
Trevor
better.
Lawrence did not look good with Brian Thomas. They couldn't connect as well as Mac Jones and Brian Thomas.
Yeah, he did look a lot better with Mac Jones.
Yeah. So I just think with Travis Hunter there, you can get better value with Travis Hunter.
No, stop.
You can get better
Chat,
value with
real
Travis
quick.
Hunter.
Do not listen to David. Do not draft fucking Travis Hunter in the first 4 or 5 rounds.
He's a wide receiver.
Stay-
No.
You draft-
can pick somebody else. Travis Hunter can go in the 6 or 7.
So let me phrase this. He cannot be your second wide receiver. He has to be a bench wide receiver. He cannot be your 1 or 2 going into the next season.
Travis Hunter?
Yeah.
He can be your 2.
No, he cannot.
Yes, he can.
There's no
promise.
proven.
At a value
History.
standpoint, Travis Hunter's going to have a better season than Brian Thomas. It's just like
What?
AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. It's just like who else did you mention?
But AJ's never.
Puka
That's
and
different.
Adams.
But that's different. I'm gonna tell you why. AJ's never been that great of fantasy.
What?
He's not been that great of a fantasy wide receiver since
Oh,
he's been
wow.
with Philly. Since he's been with Philly.
Since he's been with Philly, it's because
Yeah, Devontae.
quarterback
That's a
was from
different
before.
argument. You know, Brian Thomas has been a great wide receiver in fantasy. You are tripping.
1 year.
You are
He's
tripping.
been in the league for 1 year. What do you mean? He's been a great wide receiver in fantasy. He's been in the league for 1 year.
I'm a big Brian Thomas guy. All right, let's finish this round so we address all the time.
Bucky Irving.
Timmy's comments. Bucky Irving. I told you, chat. Give me the championship now. They let me get Bucky. And you know what they said to me? Bucky's a reach. He's going to be bad. You want to know what happened that preseason game? No, other people. You know what happened in the preseason game? That same day, Bucky caught a 20-yard touchdown.
I think
Bucky's going to be a dog.
Bucky's the safe pick.
He is a dog. All right, let's go to these Timmy's comments real quick. Let's do the first one. Y'all trolls, bruh. Yeah, you're right. Hell no, JT regressing. I agree with you to an extent. I don't love JT
We
this
can
year.
agree to disagree.
David's a hypocrite. That's true.
I just have a feeling about JT.
What? I don't know what that means, but Timmy, it's probably something crazy David said, so I'll agree with you. David clip farming, bruh. BTJ clearing Hunter.
No, I think
you are
I think
true.
Brian Thomas
Timmy.
Jr. is going to clear Hunter, but at a value standpoint, Hunter is a better pick.
Timmy, when we had the whole group of us, it was you, me, Greedo, and David, right? I might be trolling you right now, but you were the only one that I would agree that had common sense a lot of times.
Me?
No, Timmy. I'd agree with Timmy with a lot of stuff.
So
Me
now
and Timmy were right.
Lost your noodles.
No, me and Timmy were right on a lot of things, but
no, you weren't.
Yeah, we were.
Oh, Jalen Hurts isn't going to throw the ball.
No,
now he's a top 5 quarterback.
He is. He is the top 5
right.
quarterback. He is. He showed what we need to see.
All right, so let's go. The first round, nobody had a bad pick, but our favorite picks, I'd say Bijan's my favorite pick for the first round. The pick I hated the most was probably the Puka pick from Sean, and that was a auto.
All right. I like the Bijan pick the most too. Or I'd go Jahmyr Gibbs. I really like Jahmyr Gibbs a lot this year. And the pick I hate the most is Sean's with a follow-up with Joe's.
Okay. In the second round, we just went over. The pick I liked the most was probably the Josh Jacobs pick from X. It was the safest pick leading up to a bunch of, question marks.
Yeah.
And then you hit Josh Jacobs right on the nail. The pick I hated the most was definitely Brock Bowers.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be biased on this one. Not biased. I'm gonna be unbiased, but it's gonna come off biased. I think my pick was the best for Bucky Irving. I think people are sleeping on Bucky a lot this year. That's just me. I thought he was great value at the end of the second round. The pick I hate the most is Brock Bowers. That was horrendous.
All right, let's move on to round 3. You were the first pick for round 3. Who'd you get?
I got Lamar Jackson, which was a really great pick. I'm gonna be honest.
He's been going in round 2 in a lot of drafts. Yeah.
If Jacobs,
round 3 was definitely a perfect round for him.
Yeah, if Jacobs or Kyron was sitting there, I probably would have gone them. And it's not saying that I think they're gonna have better years. I'm just saying I thought I could have got good value from a quarterback maybe later, not as much as Lamar, but good value. And I would solidify my running back 1 and 2. So that kind of threw a little wrench in my plan. That maybe had to think for a minute or two for that pick. But I really do like my Lamar pick at 3 because I'm going to be honest, my starting 3, my big 3 are dominant at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like
Lamar is definitely a good anchor. I love the Lamar pick. It kind of got it. Update complete. What? Oh, my God. What did we do? Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me. It crashed. No, we're still live.
Yeah, enter studio. Hopefully everybody didn't back out for once.
Oh my God.
Guys, we're so glad you guys didn't bounce out because just a quick technical difficulties.
Hold up.
Okay.
Bear with us. Let's see. Maybe it did. No, it didn't.
You got Try it.
It's
No, no,
echoing.
mute this one. Mute this one. Yo. Yeah. No, but then remove that from the stage. Try it.
Yeah, it's not working. Is that no? It's echoing. All right, we're gonna have to end it here. Restart.